Hey all, here OS Reviews. In the past, we checked out One More's triple driver in-ear headphones, which I thought were very impressive in terms of their audio quality, with the nuances that you can detect. Since 3 drivers, basically the frequencies of sounds are coming out from these different speakers inside. So we have one dedicated, say, for trebles and higher frequency sounds, another one dedicated for bass, and it's able to pack in more detail through this multi-driver technology that One More has made pretty popular over the past few years. Well, today we're taking a look at their flagship model, which is their quad driver, and as the name implies, we have 4 drivers or speakers packed into each of these small buds. And because I really like the triple drivers, I was curious to see how much more of an improvement that you would get by having one additional driver packed in. Is it a marginal improvement, or is it worth the extra cash? And they have been rated to be high-res audio certified, as well as working with THX certified devices. More specifically, each side is composed of 3 balance armature plus a carbon dynamic driver. Technical specs include a frequency response range of 20 to 40,000 Hz, which is extremely wide. Typically we see 20 to 20,000, so this gives us an additional 20,000 Hz, and the presentation is done very well. Inside of the sleeve we have this hard case that says "One More, Hear More." It's magnetized, and on the inside we have not only the buds, but we also get all of the accessories presented on top, such as all the various sizes for the silicone tips that you can adjust to, including memory foam tips as well, which can isolate noise a little bit more, be a bit more comfortable. So the silicone will be better for sports, as well as adding a bit more of bass response, which is slightly dampened by the foam, but this is going to highlight the trebles a little more and perhaps be more comfortable for longer listening sessions. We also get, as you can see there, a hard carrying case in addition to an airplane adapter, and also over here all the detailed kind of specs that is decorated with how they were designed. Certainly feels like a luxurious unboxing experience, which again fits for that flagship territory that they're targeting. In fact, underneath all of the tips, we also get some additional pamphlets, including the classic One More Bear sticker, in addition to some quick start guides. And now for a closer look at the buds themselves. They definitely are pretty substantial feeling thanks to the all aluminum and metal construction. Feels incredibly weighty in the hand, very dense, but also not too heavy overall, as a package coming in around 18 grams or so. Again, it has a very interesting kind of bullet-like shape and has a few red accents inside that makes it look quite distinctive. Has kind of an ergonomic tilt as well that makes it feel pretty tight and snug as you're wearing it. The cable here actually has a slight brown texture and color to it, and it's not as simple as a regular rubber. Feels a bit more braided and slightly more durable and rugged. In here we have the inline remote with the controls, which are also etched in metal and feel very tactile and responsive, super clicky for playing and pausing your music, and skip tracks. It will work with Android, iOS, and Windows devices. And then all the way on the end here is where we have the metal-coated L-shaped 3.5mm jack, which is also gold-plated. Here we have a quick size comparison against the triple drivers here on the right and the new quad drivers on the left. Overall, the quad drivers are slightly chunkier and heavier compared to the triple drivers, but the styling does seem like part of the same family, just with more rounded corners on the quad drivers. Styling of the wire is also a little bit different, as you can see there. In addition to the 3.5mm plug, on the triple driver it's a straight connection, versus on here we have the L shape. Here's a closer look at the mesh if we remove the rubber tips. Moving into audio quality and performance, the quad drivers are certainly impressive, and in a contrast with the triple drivers, I would say the soundstage here is definitely wider, so you're able to notice more details, especially in the bass. These are quite powerful in the lower frequencies. Whenever you hear a drum beat, or even the strings plucked on an instrument, it kind of vibrates and gives you this really nice sensation, and for lack of a better word, it is a very dynamic sound, very expressive, slightly on the warm side I'd say, but also very musical and cinematic. So these are super enjoyable even for watching movies and films because of really how immersive they get. I was able to pick up more details and nuances within the music, which are missing on less expensive buds. Now the triple drivers, I will say, do have a more cold sound to them, slightly more neutral. They definitely have a richer sound in contrast to the triple drivers, which are slightly more thin by contrast, especially in the bass, I would say is the biggest difference between them. You'll be able to pick up much more details, and if you are a bass head, you enjoy listening to lower frequency notes, this is going to give you a superior experience. So interestingly, there is definitely a pretty noticeable difference between the two sets. But again, these are going to be awesome not only for pretty much any genre of music you're listening to, whether it's rock music, EDM music, pop music, but also for acoustic tracks, the mids and trebles have plenty of details, and 40,000 hertz at the higher frequencies is technically beyond the range of what humans can hear. Our hearing is within the range of 20 to 20,000 hertz. So that extra 20,000 hertz at the higher end is basically what One More is stating is contributing to this sparkly feel, and also for, again, watching movies. They're cinematic and really brings the experience to life, makes it feel like you're wearing something, listening to music either in a live environment or something that's much larger than these tiny buds. So that's more or less it as far as our hands-on review of the One More quad driver in your headphones. Again, for something that is now around $130 street price, I think it's actually a great deal. It's a fair price for one of the best sounding in-ear headphones that I've tried out yet. So One More has done a pretty good job of trying to bring you that higher quality sound, but still offering a relatively consumer-friendly price for folks that want to take a step up compared to their current offerings. So if you're interested, you can check out more details in the links down below. Definitely worth a closer look if sound quality is your first priority and you want something that you can use to pick up more nuances and enjoy your music with. These have been the One More quad driver in your headphones. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews.